I think the most memorable moment for me is the first day when we met with each other online. And I particularly got surprised to Rachel's arrangements for our introductions, which we needed to introduce ourselves by something we thought can best represent us. And and I initially felt so nervous about the new semester in my college life, but when I was preparing for my own introduction, I couldn't help but try to guess what might be chosen by others to represent themselves. And I think maybe the fish, a puppet, or even an apple. So through this process, it really chilled me out. And as the class started, I eventually saw all the classmates and Rachel, who would accompany me at least 1 year. And the person I first noticed was Angel. And it's not only because of her fantastic background, but also her dynamic personality. She didn't afraid to show herself like me, and therefore, when we had the right to choose our own group member, she, be- she became my first choices. And because I thought she definitely could make the discussion or the activity more funny. And the other person impressed me a lot was Eric. And although Eric was energetic as Angel, but there were a little bit differences between them. I thought Eric acted like our old classmate because it is that he had already known all of us and could easily joke about something. So, for example, I remember that Rachel arranged the introduction to peers, and Allison and I were the first pair to be found. And I remember that Eric typed something on the dialog box, and actually I didn't have that. Instead, I really like mm, his action because he gave me a sense of kind. And in the end, I really like our fast oral training class because I would say that it was the most interesting class I had attended that. And
Three
I had
second
believed,
last.
and I had believed that it would be my favorite class during my college life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Okay, let's give him a big round of applause. Yay! He's done for the year. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so next we have Lily. So Ivan, I'm gonna rely on you to time.
So can I start now?
Yes.
Okay. So throughout the whole oral training class, the most memorable moment to me is the rep section in the last semester. Like, there are three reasons why it was so impressive to me. So the first one is that because I am kind of introverted and shy, so it's very hard for me to do something that I am not good at in front of many people. And that's my first time trying to rap. So I was really nervous, but after I really did it, I was very glad that I had overcome my anxiety, and I realized that actually I can accomplish many things if I pluck up the courage to take the first step out of my comfort zone. And the second reason is that, as you know, many people say that I speak English very slowly. And I think this habit is not so good because sometimes people do not have so many patience to listen to my words, or sometimes they could not understand me clearly because of the low speed. Therefore, it's actually really hard for me to read words so quickly like that. But I think while preparing that activity, I had learned some skills to speed up my speech. And finally, the last reason is that I think preparing that performance with Angel, Sophia, and Ivan was really fun. Like, we got together and tried different rapping parts, and we made many funny moves that goes with the lyrics. and also we decide our dress code too. So I can enjoy that activity more because of them. And I will say that without their encouragement, I would definitely fail to finish that activity. And also the class atmosphere that day was really good. Like everyone is encouraging each other. So to sum up, I think I not only learned some speaking skills and improve myself, but I also gained a beautiful memories, interesting activity. And I'll say that this
Oh,
class may be my favorite class during this semester. Thank you.
okay, thank you, Lily. Good job. Okay, let's give a big round of applause. Yay. Okay. 因为刚突然间那个镜头 freeze 了一下 but it's okay. It didn't hurt anything. Okay, stop, Lily. Okay, so now we're moving on to Angel. Okay, and Lily will time Angel. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Throughout these 9 months, oral training class is the class I like the most in DFLL. After having approaches to literature and Western literature class, oral training class is a place where I can be myself and speak English without any pressure. The only time I felt stressed out when speaking English is also the most memorable moment for me in my class, was the first time having a forum online. 4 of our team members were identified as potential contacts from Monday, so we were dealing with quarantine rules at that time. We came up with that we have to do the forum on Wednesday evening. Before that, we didn't have even basic knowledge of this topic. The topic that time was sports should be made elective in university. And I, myself, am even on the opposite side of the topic. It's quite hard to tackle this problem. Me, Aston, and Sophia communicated for about the whole night, and we accomplished about 70% of the debate and gave Martin our incomplete transcript. Next morning, I felt extremely nervous about the debate because I, as a naysayer, was quite unconfident of myself. I don't know if I could pick up the right part to rebuttal Yesayer. At the time when I was going to speak, I think I did the best I could and didn't let down my teammates. I appreciate Aston for finishing our argument perfectly, and I also appreciate for Sophia that though she was an arbitrator that time, she also spent her time writing transcript for us. I am thankful for my teammates' support. I thought we are having a great time together this semester. Also, I want to say thank you to Lily and Ivan. You guys are the cutest team members I've ever met. Every time we were talking about the play, you guys came up with crazy and cool ideas. We are the perfect team for at that time. And last, I want to thank Rachel for these 9 months. It is you that taught me not to be nervous of speaking English. I think from the first time in this class, I've improved a little bit. Thank you for having a great time with me, OT1.
Yay! Thank you, Angel. Okay, good job. Okay, Lily，你要说什么？2分半是不是？现在
30
OK，
seconds.
好，所以刚好2分半。OK, good job. Thank you, Angel. Okay, so now we'll have Lenny. Okay, and Angel will help time Lenny whenever you're ready.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Again, volume is a little bit low. Okay, but try to speak into the microphone. I think it will be good.
Okay, is this better? Like this?
Yes, but I can't see you though. The face is not showing up. Did you turn on the camera?
Yeah, I turn on.
有跑出来了。Okay, so good, you can go.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lainey. And since this is the last class of our training, I believe most of us have something to say about this class. So after 9 months of time together, we have been through many things like several dramas, the unit exercises, and the debate, which is the new thing to all of us in this semester. And to me, the most memorable thing to me is the third debate. And why the third? Because during the first and the second, I think I was still like panicking. I'm trying to figure out what to do and how to behave as the third speaker in our group. And so the third debate was the time I kind of started to have more ideas on how to present the best of me and to state all my statements correctly and clearly. And it's the first time for me that I'm not feel like drowning in my thoughts before the debate. Like I'm not so nervous, and I think I have more confidence, and I feel like I was ready for it, and I'm looking forward for my performance. But unfortunately, during the time when we were having the debate, I was having a severe cold and I felt terrible. So like I was having a headache and my body got no strength at all, and I was having a fever, and like it was the worst condition for me to present, but I can't stop the time, nor could I make myself feel better in seconds. So I just have to deal with it. So I had no choice but to try my best to stay focused on the opponent's words and try to find the logical contradiction in their speech to come up with the rebuttal. And luckily, the method of numbering reasons and taking notes helped me to keep track of everything they say. And I consider it the best performance I have had since the beginning of the oral training class. So even though the outcome wasn't as what I had expected, I was still satisfied by the comments I got and the work I have done. So the most memorable moment to me wasn't the interesting gift-changing project we had, or the first time we met online, or the dramas I have played before, like The Little Red Riding Hood or things like that. And indeed, those are memorable times which I won't forget, but for me, the most memorable one is the one that really makes me see my growth during this class. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Let's give her a big round of applause. Yay. Okay, so that's Lenny. Okay, then we'll move on to Eston, and Lenny will help us time Eston. Okay, Eston, are you talking or?
Okay.
Okay, good. I'm hearing you now. Good. Okay, whenever you're ready. Eston，你开始了吗？我们都没有听到声音。Eston, are you there? Calling out to Eston. Eston 还好吗？
Can you hear me?
哦，听到了。
哦
OK， 现在有了。
Okay. Throughout the whole semester of oral training class, the most memorable moment for me is the rapping session. On last year's Christmas, we prepared to rap in front of every classmate. There are two reasons that I select this activity. First of all, the holiday atmosphere. We enjoy the moment of celebrating the end of the year. It allows us to recap those good days we went through the year. Also, the activity serves as a shelter from heavy load of assignment, so we can spare from pressure and learn happily during this activity. Second, it sharpens my skills of English. It allows me to enhance my English pronunciation, and I've made big progress on pronunciation through the year. More importantly, I paced up my speed of speaking English after this rapping session. Over the past few unique exercises, I've been picked out that my pace is too slow, and so even it makes the speech too dull to my listener. So I've improved a lot after this session, and it gives me a great amount of confidence.
Lastly, I would like to thank Rachel for coming up these interesting activities. It enables us to learn in a delightful atmosphere, and I think it's both effective and efficient for me to participate in these activities and learn English skills. So briefly, I would say that my most memorable moment in OT1 is the rapping session, and the most memorable class in NTU is OT1. Thank you.
Yay! Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Aston. I will say Aston has a very special power where you want to give him a hug after listening to him. Okay. So good job, Aston. Now we're moving on to Jason. Okay, so Aston will help Tyson.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
等一下，回去一下。那个 Lenny， 你刚 time Aston 有到2分半吗
2分07。
Oh, okay, a bit short. Okay, 好 let me mark that down a little bit. 好 Okay, Jason, go ahead.
Okay. During this year of oral training class, the most memorable part for me is the first drama in the first semester. The drama has a special place in my heart because there are many first time in the drama. Firstly, it was my first time to organize a play. In fact, not until I really organized a play at that time, just like that, did I realize that how hard it is to organize one. My group members and I did the hardest work among every drama we have had. Although we did not know each other at that time, we still had a great cooperation for the drama. Secondly, it was my first time to play a trick in front of so many people. If a memory serves me right, I can vividly remember that I did a rollback at the end of the drama, although you may not remember at all. What's more, we also arranged a part for Eric, my group members, to do a big windmill of street dance. While he did not really do this, yeah, that was a pity as well for me. In the end, although our play exceeded the time limit a lot and we have some, and our score has been decreased, I still had a good time performing the play my group mates and I organized it. To conclude, I just mentioned the interesting memory in the class, just a few. I want to say thank you to everyone in the oral training class. But for you, I would not have a good time and good memory in this class. Especially, I want to say thank you to Rachel. Thank you for preparing such an interesting and wonderful classes. Thank you.
Okay, good job. Thank you, Jason. Aston said more than 214，你们俩怎么？哎，那个时间注意一下，时间不是给假的，至少2分半。讲话如果还没到就开始很慢。You know, I have so many things I like to share with you. You know, down a bit, okay? So to meet the requirement, okay? That's one important skill I want you to learn, okay? Good. So we're moving on to Henry, and Jason will help time Henry. Okay, so Henry, whenever you're ready.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll try to reach 2.5 minutes. So I consider myself a quite sentimental person. Yeah, and so the most memorable events for me will be quite different. Yeah, and a bit weird, but whatever. Actually, the most memorable event for me in oral training 1 is when I finally complete my last unit exercise. And I think everyone will agree that the unit exercise is not an easy task. So when we're in last semester, we have to incorporate the vocabularies and grammars we have learned in the speak out and trying to come up with a reasonable and organized speech. And like this semester, we have to work with some other classmates and together present a somehow crazy story that often leads to unexpected ending. So yeah, and I know that unit exercise is never an easy thing to me, and when I first walked out from the classroom, I just let out a sigh of relief, and then the memory just flashed back. So I still remember when my first unit exercise, and when I see the script in my hand just running out, and I just freak out, and my mind comes blank, and I just can't spit out a single word, and the feeling is really bad. Yeah, because you have something you want to share and express with others, but your inability just can't let you do this, and so it somehow becomes a trauma to me. But after conducting many unit exercises, I think I have made a large progress, and especially we have write many self-evaluation reports and the recording and the feedback to others. I think that's really helpful, and you can keep track of your progress. So so I'll say that I'm not really an outgoing person yet, as you can tell. And even even when I'm talking in Chinese, I'm still very shy and nervous. But I think I have gradually overcome this fear. And thanks to everyone here. And yeah, and so I think I'll really miss you guys and the enjoyable time we have together. Also, wish Rachel will have a lovely and healthy baby soon. Thank you.
Yay! Okay, thank you, Henry. Okay, I take it a little personally that you miss your classmates and not me, but that's okay. Okay, so I guess the next person is Nick. Okay, and Henry will help time Nick.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So actually, OT class at first made me a little bit nervous. Rather than other literature class, this course required a high level of interaction and discussion, which I was a bit afraid of because I knew few people in this class at first, and I was constantly uneasy whenever being surrounded by strangers, let alone talking to them. As a result, I always felt intense whenever the class began. However, one day, without advance notice, Rachel announced that one of our Thursday class would be watching movie in Multimedia Center and asked me to play the DVD for everyone. At first, it seems to be no big deal. Arriving at 12:30, putting the disc in the computer, how hard could that be? It is obvious that I was too naive at that moment. That day finally came. I totally forgot I had Western literature before OT class. And Western literature, well, I believe lots of you have experienced, always runs late for more than 10 minutes. I was on pins and needles at that moment, my heart thumping thunderously. I was so afraid of keeping my classmates waiting for so long. The class dismissed at 12:20. Still 10 minutes left, which could be enough for me to hurry to the multimedia center. But things wasn't that perfect. Passing by our activity center, I came across the restaurant and found that I was actually starving to death. So I sat down and grabbed a quick bite. Without a doubt, I ran 10 minutes late. My previous group members, Cheryl and Allison, in the meanwhile, keep calling me. After arriving at the multimedia center, I was ready for any blame on me. However, out of my expectation, my group members and even all of my classmates in fact show no regard to my fault. I felt as though redeemed from my sin, receiving forgiving embrace. The following 2 hours are probably the best 2 hours in my college life. It was a respite from my overwhelming courses and also feel more attached to my classmates. I was so grateful and joyful to have all of you, including my classmates and Rachel, of course, in my freshman time in college. That day was definitely my most memorable moment in terms of OT class. Thank you.
Yay! Okay, good job, Nick. Okay, great. Very structural. Okay, so Henry, the time is good.
Yeah. The time has passed the standard.
Okay, good. Okay, good job, Nick. Okay, so now next we'll have April. Okay, so Nick will help time April. So April, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so for me, the most memorable moment is the day we celebrated Christmas together and exchanged gifts. I remember I got Cheryl's gifts because in my vision card, I wished that it would be better if I could lose weight. And so she gave me a calendar to help me arrange time to exercise. She also invited me to play badminton with her. Although I haven't used my chance yet, I think it was a very sweet and lovely present because in my prediction, my gift might have been a jumping rope or something else. I think she really did consider my thoughts and find some methods to help me. She also wrote me a letter, and in the letter she told me to be more confident, and if I want to find someone to talk to, it's okay to chat with her. And I think I am very lucky to become one of the students in this oral training class. Everyone in this class is so friendly and kind. I always look forward the to the OT classes on Monday and Thursday, except the day we have to do unit exercise and forum. They make me feel anxious all the time, and however, I think I learned and gained a lot in my. I think I learned and gained through the OT class in my freshman years. It's a pleasure to meet you guys and Rachel in my college life. And thank you very much.
Yay! Thank you, April. Okay, so I'm not sure about timing. Nick?
I think it's only 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a little bit short, but that's great. Okay. Okay, great. So let me mark it down. Okay. Good job, April. Okay, so we'll move on to Eric. Okay, and then April will help time Eric. Okay, so Eric, whenever you're ready.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My most memorable moment in this class throughout the year is the same as Henry's, which is the last time doing unit exercise. Actually, I am quite interested in doing unit exercises, even though the conversation is somewhat weird since we have to follow the script and fulfill the required task in order to proceed with the story. I think that it was a great opportunity for me to practice speaking English with others and training my improvisability. I was not usually satisfied with my performances during unit exercise because I did not know where to cut in the conversation or tend to speak less. However, I was in a group of two with Nick last time, and being able to talk with the only person made me act more naturally and easily. Special thanks to Nick as being such a collaborative and helpful teammate. I think his sense of humor and cleverness really did help a lot. It enabled me to proceed the conversation more smoothly. Though there were still some minor mistakes during my presentation, I think I did the best job throughout the year, and I was quite satisfied with what I have done. I really enjoyed this oral training class, although I was sometimes spaced out or not paying attention to what Rachel or other classmates said. Thank you for accepting me and tolerating me throughout the year, whether Group 2 in last semester or Group 4 in this semester, or the other classmates who did not team up with me. It was a warm class, and this was a really precious memory to me. I will not forget it. There are still many things I could talk about, but we only got 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes, so that's the end. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, Eric. Okay, good. Okay, so April, the time?
2 minutes and 15 seconds.
15. Okay, so yeah, Eric, you said that you don't have enough time to talk about things, right? So this is your moment. You should have just, stay on for a little bit longer. Okay, good. Okay, so now we're moving on to Allison, and Eric will help us time Allison. Okay, whenever you're ready, Allison.
Okay. Time flies when we have such a warm and fun time with each other. And during the 9th month, we experience many interesting activities and also overcome so many challenges, which make us be more familiar with each other and also grow up together. And for me, the most memorable moment is the Christmas gift changing. Because at that time, we just finished the rep and all semester's task and also so many drama play. And we can have a chill time chatting with each other together without pressure. And that is the moment I feel that I am more close to other classmates except my group. And because in daily class, everyone do not have too many time to share about themselves. And I'm also not the one who is very outgoing, and I'm a little bit afraid of talking about myself. And besides, the design of writing the note about what we want for gift is also a lovely design for me. And we can know the different aspect of my classmates, and we know more about them. Yeah. And before this time, oral training class for me is just one course in my college. But after this time, I think that oral training class become my favorite course because I can be more free to share about my feelings in this course, and I can also have more friends in this class. Yeah. And I think it is totally different from what I used to expect I will acquire in this course during the whole year. Not only did I improve my oral speaking, but I'm also become more confident talking in front of people. And what's more, I do develop more sense of belonging or identity to this department because I'm the student who transferred to this department. So before this class, I'm a little bit afraid of being accepted in this department. But after our oral training class, I really feel that I love this department, and I hope that in the future I can also meet you guys in different class. So last but not least, I want to thank everyone to create such a warm and supportive atmosphere for me. And I really hope that we can keep getting in touch with each other after the class finish. Yeah, thank you.
Yay! Good job, Allison. Okay, so Eric, the time is good.
2:37.
37, right? Okay, so yeah, so that's good time. Great, Allison. Okay, so good. Now we'll move on to E. Okay, and Allison will help us time E. Okay.
Can you hear me?
A little bit rough, but continue speaking so we can hear you.
Is that okay? Is that good?
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Okay. So, Hi everyone. So during this 9 months course, the most memorable moment for me is the cultural interview that we conduct this semester. So at the beginning of this semester, we got the mission that we have to find a foreign student to be our interviewee. And since we are group 1, we are the first group to hold the interview. So it was a hard task for us since we are more introverted people. And although we have Cheryl in our group as a foreign student, but Rachel set the limitation on students who are from Asian countries. So we don't have the advantage anymore. So, and we try hard to reach out to people. Cheryl asked her TA and classmates from French class, and April and Allison also tried hard to find someone. And we are nervous about the upcoming interview. And I told my friend about my crisis. And finally, a friend of mine told me that she got to know a guy from the state in one of her classes. I asked her to send a message and my contact information to him for me. Fortunately, the guy, who was Chris, he was so friendly and kind that immediately accepted our request. And my group member and I put a lot of effort into this interview. And the interview was also our first time meeting Chris. But luckily, everything went smoothly during the interview. I think we finished the task well. Moreover, we have a chance to know a new friend. To thank Chris, we asked him out to treat him to a meal, and I think we had a good time talking and sharing about different cultures, backgrounds, and school lives, and it was a good time. So thankful for that. And so to sum up, it is an interesting experience, and even the preparation was a little stressful, but I think the best part is what we have learned during this process. We learned how to interview a person and how to keep the atmosphere well during the interview. And we also got a chance to understand more about the state's culture in high school. And I think it's a great cultural exchange experience. And so last, I want to thank for Rachel to offer the chance for us to have this kind of special experience to interview a foreigner. And I think we learned a lot from this experience. And also a big shout out to my classmate and my teammates from last semester and this semester. Thank you a lot for helping me during the class. So thank you. And that's my speech. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, E. Okay, great end, great end. Okay, so good. So that's E, and then I think that's just the right time. Okay, pushing toward 3 minutes, but not is exceeding, so that's perfect. So we're moving on. Well, Martin, okay, and E will help us time Martin.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I'm Martin. This is my last year. This is my last final presentation. The most memorable thing of OT1 is play out last semester. At that time, Aston, Henry, E, and I did our best to prepare for it. First, we took advantage of the words in good chat adequately in our lives. Thus, we could meet the requirements successfully. The second is our creativity. We could come up with many impressive and interesting plots in our drama. The third is our diligence and unity. After the light was finished, we arranged for a rehearsal. Although it was hard, we still felt happy in the progress. Meanwhile, I saw the unity of our group. Each one made an effort to memorize their lines and remember the movement formation. I appreciated group members' dedication very much. The fourth thing is that I highly enjoyed playing on the stage. On the stage, I could demonstrate the plots would like to express freely. Although I stunned when performing, I finally accomplished this hard and exciting test with our group mates. In the end, I would like to thank Rachel's oral training class. Due to this class, I can know many kind friends. In addition, everyone in the class shows their acceptance and respect. I'm happy to know everyone. I also want to thank Rachel. You give me many suggestions in my unit exercise and syntax, which helps me to improve my English speaking skills. You also give me some suggestions about my future. I can know more about what I want to go in the future. Although the road in the future is still long, I will do my best. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everyone. I have an enriched year. Thank you.
Yay! Okay. Thank you, Martin. Okay, that's good timing. Okay, and a clear end. Okay, great job. Okay, so now we're moving on to Sophia. Okay, and Martin will help us time Sophia.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so hi, I'm Sophia, and I'm here to present my speech. I want to tell you that I really like this topic. So, what is the most memorable moment in this OT class? I will say is today, right now. Why, you might ask? Well, I have to say, when I first saw the topic, a lot of memories just flooded into my head, and I'm sure that all of you have the same feeling too, right? The rap contest, the drama, the debate. Oh my god, we really do a lot of things, and it is too hard to choose only one. I'm also sure that the OT class is the most interesting class for us, thanks to Rachel's effort. This OT course is the class that I have the most fun and conversation with my classmates and teacher. And I do make friends here, which I wish that all of you do too. We have been through a lot together, and I think we all improved so much. I still remember the very beginning, where no one is willing to open the camera or microphone. Yeah, I mean, we are still struggling to open our microphones now, but look what we are doing now. We are giving a prompt speech. So if I have to choose the most memorable and the most meaningful moment to me, I will say it is right now. This moment I'm giving my speech to show my ability. The ending course today, I used to be shy, and I don't like to be the leader or be in the spotlight. However, throughout this course, I found that I'm actually not bad. My team and I have won many drama competitions and debates. Huge appreciation for all my teammates. Now I'm here to present what I have learned from this class. This is a moment that shows how much I improve. Yeah, and I am proud of what I have accomplished, and you should too. We step out of our comfort zone and we encourage each other to achieve our goals. We went from murmuring in an extreme small volume to having so much to share in this speech. With this section, we are reminded of the best moments and our changes. It is kind of cute and funny to recall our past, no matter it is good or bad. We sure have different feelings now. Like Henry, he's not laughing about how he's traumatized by the unit exercise. Well, maybe he's still laughing in pain, I don't know, but the process of reviewing ourselves and the others is indeed interesting and heartwarming.
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
The trip to the past is our past self. We are like, oh, why are we so naive then? We are not here to let everybody know what is the most memorable moment in the OT class. And so now we have a series of best moments. And I think it is the most beautiful and memorable moment. Thank you.
Yay! Okay, good job, Sophia. Okay, so that's perfect timing. Okay, and integral structure. Okay, good. So we have one final contestant today. That's Cheryl, number 15, and we'll have Sophia help us time her. Okay, so Cheryl, whenever you're ready.
Could you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would say that this is the best class that I have, and because there are more activities, more games, and more fun. So to pick one moment will be a little bit too hard for me, and I'm struggling between the role play and the Christmas event because I have such interesting and brilliant actors in my group, which is Nick and Allison. And in the Christmas event, it's the first time for me to celebrate Christmas party with my classmates. But at last, I picked neither the role play or Christmas event. And I think that the activity that all of us guessing what will we be in after 10 years is the most memorable moment for me. So it's really memorable because I think it's the first time that I have more opportunity to know others more, and not in the oral training class, but by their personal life. Like I knew them through their Instagram stories. And I know Alison shares songs sometimes, and Alison loves to have a drink, and Lily is good at dancing. And while guessing, I also know that Eric loves sports, and someone might be a YouTuber in the future. And another reason that I think it is memorable is because I think it really gives me a source of courage when I get others comment from me, and it really pushed me forward. And it might be a normal afternoon for many people at that day, but it's really a memorable moment for me. And at last, I want to thanks to my previous group members, Nick and Allison, which have been such a good actor, and my group members, which is my group member for now is April, and Allison. Thanks for standing my extremely talkative all the time, and Rachel always providing us a helping hand anywhere, anytime. And that's my presentation. Thank you.
Yay!